I think I had just gone through a breakup or whatever. So my eyes were looking around for a new piece of to suck. And I'm in the gym and I see this guy, you know, super tall, just pretty sexy. Like, I thought he was good looking. And I just would look at him and he worked out pretty hard. And I kind of like the ones that mind their own business and stick to themselves.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Digging out guts and slaying cheeks!
Digging out guts and slaying cheeks!
My cheeks slaying soldiers! If you focus on your purpose and build your muscle, you shall dig her guts out like a shovel!
Face obliteration!
You know, the ones that don't let their eyes wander, kind of just very focused on themselves. And I feel like it makes you want them more when they don't look your way.
Yeah,
because you're like, what the does he have a girlfriend?
Why
Like,
are
why
you
is he not
looking at
fucking
me?
looking at me? So I would see this guy not all the time, but I'd see him at night usually. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to start going at night more. So I start going at night more. And then when I wouldn't see him, I'd fucking hair out. 'Cause I'm like, oh my God, I just waited all day to go to the gym and he's here.
In human nature, we will always gravitate towards the things that we cannot have. It's the exact same concept with female nature. Rejection breeds obsession. Growing up at a young age, the blue pill matrix has sold us a dream. Disney movies has fed us lies that we need to tell her she's gorgeous.
But you look absolutely gorgeous.
We need to be her emotional tampon, give her the earth, moon, and the stars. Put ourselves in second place and put her in first place. Be her personal butler. Put her on a pedestal. Treat her like a celebrity. But in the end, we have to ask ourselves, what is she doing for us? They told us we need to keep chasing her. Keep chasing her until the wheels fall off. And eventually she's gonna give in and hand you the ass cheeks on a silver platter. But unfortunately, chasing a woman and forcing yourself to like her does not work like that in the real world. Because in cheek slang Genesis, Proverbs 101, it states dealing with a woman, dating, love, it's all kind of like a fart. Because the more you try to force it, you're eventually gonna shart and shit yourself just like Mr. Hoffman.
Situation here. We have to leave now.
Well, no, can we stay a couple more minutes?
But dude, no. This is serious. I just sharted.
I don't know what that means.
I tried to fart and a little shit came out. I just sharted. All right, now let's go.
You're the most disgusting person I've ever met in my life.
My cheek slaying disciples in cheek slaying Collaborations 69 verse 12, it states, a man who puts himself first and his purpose he shall embrace, and he puts woman in second place, she will always be the one to chase, because she will always fall for these alpha traits. And she will charm your cobra with amazing grace.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
My brothers, because if you are a man who operates with ambition, drive, and purpose, a man in his masculine, you shall launch the cream in her like a javelin. My brothers, listen very carefully. When you chase excellence, woman will always be available. But when you chase woman, they will always be your problem.
I never chased a bitch, I thought I told you. I just chase the money like I'm supposed to.
And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you guys this clip on how this girl chose her man. And when she talks about the traits about her man, I want you guys to pay attention to the masculine traits she talks about. Play the clip.
I think that for starters, for a personal experience, just so you guys can get a little idea. So Brandon and I, for example, Brandon is a fucking workaholic. I mean, he
Yeah.
is a total maniac. He has amazing ambition, though. Like, I will say that I definitely admire him for being so hardworking and not stopping. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I could accomplish so many things in my life.
But it comes to a point when it's too much.
I agree. But I do think that if I had some of his ambition, I could accomplish a lot in life.
If I didn't love relaxing so much.
Exactly. If I wasn't a lazy hog,
I'd be a
it'd
millionaire.
great. Yes, like seriously. So I give him full credit for that aspect of him. It's amazing. But something that I've noticed that kind of hurts my feelings, and that's all I'll say. I think without balance, it can be hurtful. Not really. I don't think I really get mad. It's just
it's very hurtful. It makes you feel like unimportant.
Right. So I think that what I notice is sometimes because his mind is like 90% work, that when I do see him, sometimes it's like if he's still talking about work and videos and planning, it's like it's annoying because it's like we do this together every week. Number one. Number two, you've been doing this since like 8 a.m. this morning, and now it's like 8:30, 9 p.m. at night. So we're talking 12 hours. Like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's not even like that. You haven't seen him all day. You get there and you're like hoping his full attention is on you, and it's not.
Right.
And that's like, yeah, it just hurts.
And I think, that's kind of what it comes down to too, is like, when you spend time with your significant other, you want to feel, and you're supposed to feel like you are priority in that moment. Like, you know what I mean? Throughout your day, like you do your own shit, you hang with your friends, you work, vice versa. But I think that when you have plans to be, spend time with and be with your person, they should have your undivided attention. And I think that sometimes without balance, in my specific situation when it comes to work and videos and stuff like that, it can definitely drive a little bit of a wedge because it's like I said, no matter how much, him and I love each other, love being around each other, it can definitely put like a sour taste in your mouth when you're so excited to go see somebody. And then they're still just talking about work. And it's like, I don't want to hear about it. Like, I live it along with you. And I know you've been working all day. And, like, I've been doing my own shit all day. Like, I just want to spend time with you. Like, outside of the videos and stuff. Because, I mean, our whole life and relationship is online. Yeah. So it's like, to be able to have that break and that balance of it just being.
So there is a very key reason why Devore chose to be with a man like Brandon. He is operating in his masculine energy. He has drive, purpose, a sense of direction. And let's be honest, 80% of men do not have a sense of direction. They're fat, they're overweight. All they want to do is sit at home, complain, and bitch and cry all day. Not chasing excellence. And here's the thing. While it's true, at the very beginning of the relationship, the man must pursue 100%. But let me tell you guys something. There is a big difference in chasing and pursuing. An alpha, he seeks a woman who is complementary to his life, not his whole life. Because an alpha's number one goal is his mission and his purpose. And if you guys don't remember anything else, remember this quote by Patrice O'Neal. Women do not want to win. They want to be with the winners. The man who sees himself as the prize. The man who puts himself in first place and a woman second. Because the king does not become king by chasing the queen. The king becomes king by building his empire. And by him becoming the king, the queen will come naturally as a byproduct.
Real good down low on the floor. Fuck you on the stage like we're putting on a show. Fuck you in the stall in the men's bathroom. Outside in the car, we can do that too.
While the simps, the cucks, the beta male simp manginas, they make women their number one priority in life. They force too many unnecessary interactions. They're needy. They're impatient. Beta males and simp manginas. They will drop their purpose, their friends, for a female. The beta males. They seek woman's validation and approval because deep down, the simps know that they're not worthy of her, that they're not deserving. There's this famous term coined in the RPU community. If you treat her like a celebrity, she'll treat you like a fan. Let me show you guys this clip.
And the one guy, not to like throw B under the bus or anything, but like he was like
a big baby.
He was like the definition of like a simp. Like he would do anything, and then like when it wasn't going his way, instead of being like, you know, like shutting it down and having a backbone, he would cry and throw temper tantrums.
It's this whole thing. I started dating both of them because there's so much to it. But like the B guy was like super nice and super innocent, had no experience. Like I was his first for everything. And then the J guy was kind of like more of like badass. And like the connection that I had with him from the moment I saw him was like one that I've never had before. So like, I think that I knew I wanted him, but I knew he was bad news because like he left the girlfriend at the time for me, and that's never a good sign. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? He was like pretty much like a cheater. Like,
let me break this part down with the RP lens to you guys. Female nature 101. Let's be honest, cheating is absolutely blasphemous. It's bad. But a woman will always say, I don't want my man to cheat. But she does not want her man to cheat, but she will always get with the man who could cheat. Because if you analyze this with a cheek slang shotgun, a man who cheats, he exercises options, because options is currency to a man. A woman will treat you like a king when she knows you can or will leave. Follow future. You may now bless the gospel.
If she catch me cheating, I will never tell her sorry.
Not really a loyal guy. We had a lot of like issues, like bad commitment issues over there. And then the B guy is like super nice, and I feel like I would like lean on the B guy when I was upset about the J guy. And like,
yeah,
I mean, there was one Easter that I literally, when I tell you, was, and their houses were like in the same neighborhood too. And on an Easter, I was going back and forth between each one's family like multiple times that day.
Oh, slaps.
My brothers from another mother. In cheek slang Prometheans 101, it states, women are like a shadow. If you follow them or chase them, the shadow will flee. But if you flee, the shadow will follow you. Let's be honest. Women are great and cool to have around. But they should not be the gears that make your world revolve. You make your own life revolve by becoming the best version of yourself. Respect yourself, build yourself, and this positive energy will create the natural attraction.
Miley Percocet, chase a chick, never chase a bitch.
Never chase a bitch.
My brothers, let's go back to the Devora and Brandon situation. This is the perfect example of Frame, where he leads the interaction and she follows, because an alpha knows and acts in a manner where he knows that he is deserving of her, where he leads the interaction and she submits. Because if you're a man who operates in his masculine energy, she'll be in her feminine energy. Men, take power in your life by leading, by becoming the movie star in your life, where if you become the prize, the highest value male in her eyes, where she's not the number one priority in your world, where she's not the center of your attention, this is going to make her want to fight for your attention. Because whenever a woman is fighting for your time, she's investing time. This means her emotions are getting engaged, because women, they fall in love emotionally, how you make them feel. Because when a woman knows that her man is better than her, she needs to fight for his approval and attention. Because hypergamy 101, hypergamy does not date down. It does not date somebody who's equal to them. Hypergamy dates up. And Brandon, you see what he does very well. He does not put Devora first. He puts his mission, his goals before her. And he never give her what she wants, because he's not moving into her frame. Key word, he does not give her what she wants. This creates the turmoil, the chaos, and this makes her feel, oh my God, does he like me? Is he talking to other girls? It engages her emotions, because women, they love uncertainty. They love mystery, because it's scientifically proven that women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. Said best by Pastor Coach Corey Wayne. Let me show you guys this clip.
Because
like
he's
not,
so...
it's the unknown. It's like the thoughts
Yeah.
you create in your head that make God. I mean, given he could be totally fucking weird,
or a jerk. He could be an asshole.
He
Who
could
the
be
fuck
an asshole.
knows? We're just
but
describing the
when you
physical.
don't know and you just see someone and you kind of create your own scenario or story in your head about like who they are, it makes them so much hotter. Like,
well, you know, I think it's very natural for people to have fantasies.
Oh,
like
yeah.
fantasy thoughts. And like I feel like it's one of those things like where, you know, when people say like, oh, the sexual tension between girls and guys in the gym or on an airplane, whatever, like it's one of those things that like, I mean, who knows if that sexual tension is reciprocated.
it's
but
not mutual.
My fellow cheek-slaying soldiers, to finish church off, let me say this. Treat women as if they're in second place and you in first. Treat them as if they're kind of like beneath you. They like that. And if she starts pursuing you, this puts you in the driver's seat where you can accept or reject them. And my brothers, cheek-slaying collaborations verse 444. If a girl does not give you the energy that you desire, other ass cheeks you shall go acquire. If a woman does not want to submit, and yet she wants you to provide, that is a woman you shall have no business with. My brothers, you are not a slave. You are a king. But unfortunately, as I walk around the Bay Area observing the types of men around me, a lot of men do not view themselves as the king. They walk around with their head down, not confident, poor posture. They're fucking fat and overweight. And yet they're still worried about women. They got no money in the bank account. If you have no money in the bank account, women should be the last of your priorities. My brothers, let me share this quote with you guys. A man who lacks purpose distracts himself with pleasure. And let me finish you off with this. When you chase excellence, woman will be available. But when you chase woman will become your problem.
Can't bribe me
What do you
with
think?
any amount of money.
Never seen anything like
for
it.
my queen. Yes. Yes, simp for me, daddy.
Don't let any of that get on you.
Why
I didn't
not?
say anything.
It has the characteristics of a simp which needs to bond to a host to
I
survive.
need to usually take it to the
And
side of my
sometimes
bag.
these things in nature, when they bind,
But you'd rather have
they can
cheese
be
than
hard
pizza.
to unbind.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
When it comes to 1-year-old Isaiah, Jay, you are not the father. Jose, we're going to find out right now, one way or another. When it comes to 1-year-old Khalees, Jose, you are not the father.
Now they always say congratulations. Work so hard, forgot how.
Gentlemen, what has ears but never listens? What has ears but never listens? A, my brother. B, a corn. C, a female dog. Or D, a rabbit. These bitches.
You know, people having
Chivalry's dead because women killed it.
Wow.
Like it or not, here's the thing. You need to actually tune into the world and get out of your bubble. Because
I'm
like it
not
or
in a
not,
bubble.
yeah, you are, because I guarantee you, go into the comment section, you'll even have the women telling you what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, if they want to come up here and speak.
No, you don't invite people to my platform.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
You may
I'm
be
just
cute to
saying-
other people.
I'm
You're just
not
another
trying to
female
be.
to me.
I'm not.
Enemy cream gobbler detected. Cream gobbler opinion rejected.
Trying to represent every woman on
Well,
this
but the thing
earth.
is, you're talking about women should get respect. No, if you're going to say women should get respect, then you should submit to all men.
I don't think I should submit to all men.
Well, and then a woman should not get respect and value. You're just another person. You earn.
First of all, I think all humans should be.
Well, that's
valued and respected.
that's a nice utopian concept.
Okay.
But the bottom line today, the reason the dating market is the way it is today, is because women have abused the free market system. You don't see your grandmother, your great grandmother's generation didn't have the problems modern women had. You're the most educated, the freest, the most liberated group of women that ever lived, and you're the most unhappy at all. Why? Because one, nuclear rejections, so entitled.
Sometimes I think some of the modern women's brains today is like a McDonald's ice cream machine, because it never seems to work. And keep this in mind, fellas. This lovely lady right here, this avatar-like creature, this handsome Squidward is gonna be somebody's wife one day. And I understand that every guy has different types of women that they like, just like how some people like vanilla beans in their coffee, some people like cream in their coffee. And you know, I like my coffee how I like my woman, black.
They're right. Black don't crack.
So now I'm gonna show you guys the cheek slang analysis and statistics. Have a look at this chart here. I got this chart from Kevin Samuels. And by this chart, it states, from the 2019 American Community Survey, notes that men are now more likely to be single than women, which was not the case 30 years ago. Black people are much more likely to be single at 59% than any other race, and black women at 62% are the most likely to be single of any sector. Asian people at 29% are the least likely to be single, followed by whites at 33% and Hispanics at 38%. So looking at the data given here, it sucks to see that our brothers have it the worst. I am an Asian man, and I also noticed the fuckery in some of the Asian women. So I must say it has to deal with the Western illness, because when you have these professional harvester of cream gobblers like Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B,
go straight. I want to go, oh yeah, you wanna me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drum up and I rob them. That's what I used to do.
and the final boss of cream gobblers, the rhinoceros, giraffe, hunchback whale, nutty professor looking ass Lizzo.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me take.
Nasty bitch.
And when you have these 4s and 5s thinking that they're 9s and they think that they deserve a 6-figure man and a muscular man, sweetheart, you don't need a man. You need a diet plan. And when you see these cream gobblers walking around with this kind of entitlement, fellas, I think we're starting to deal with a worldwide mental illness.
My sister's been through a lot.
A dick.
Nowadays, I would say roughly about 45 through 75% of people, they do not want to grow together. My brothers, may I share cheek-pounding prophecy verse 1. It states, love is not an emotion, but a commitment between two parties, a devotion. My brothers, if there is no loyalty, there will be no love.
You ever cheated?
For sure, I have, yes. Yes, absolutely.
These hoes ain't loyal.
I have. Yeah, I have. It was a very good time. I cheat on everybody and I don't feel bad.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Because in the name of the cheek slaying collaborations verse 69, it states, if she was in her 20s and wanted to act like a hoe, by the age of 30, she'd be the first one to say, where did all the good men go?
What happened?
Where did all the men go? And these are the types of girls. Cheek slang Proverbs 42. She expects to be treated like a queen. But sweetheart, you've taken more loads than a washing machine. Cream gobbler. And these are the types of women, when they get into the age of 30, they're gonna be like, oh my God, men are so disgusting. And they only want one thing. If it's disgusting, then sweetheart, I think you might need to clean what's down there because it smells like a Chinatown fish market, because that wop has probably been cremated and chopped into 1,000 pieces. So fellas, is society to blame? Have we lost all hope for humanity? My brothers, have no fear. The cheek slayer is here because there is still hope. There's still some good women out there. But finding a good woman today is like seeing a Bigfoot riding a unicorn. But first, may I welcome cheek slang Pastor Jordan Peterson to speak to the gospel.
You have to particularize your problem. Why can't men find women to date? That's not your problem. Your problem is why you can't find the woman you want. Yeah. And you have to assume that's your problem, because otherwise you have to assume that it's the women's problem. And really? They're all wrong and you're right. Really? Lucky you. Maybe you are. You're an undiscovered gem of some sort. Probably not.
So what you guys need to understand is that we can never change the current dating market, but we can change the way we approach the dating market. I don't want you guys to be like these black pill incel guys, overweight as fuck, living in their mom's basement and just jerking their Johnson all day. Stroking their chicken all day, slapping the monkey all day, and busting all kinds of nuts on themselves. The endless tales of ejaculation. My cheek slang warriors are not like that. The only place we are ejaculating is on girls' faces and ass cheeks.
I'm about to bust.
My brothers, you can either hate female nature and live with your right hand your whole life, or you can either understand female nature and go out there and become cheek slang terrorists.
Oh yes, all night
I don't know about you guys, but we are not like these black pill guys.
At no point in my career will I ever back down. I will never back down.
My cheek slang soldiers are slaying cheeks in this life, and we are for sure going to be slaying cheeks in the afterlife. So my brothers, listen very carefully, because some truth bombs are about to be dropped. To really understand and grasp the concepts of hypergamy, what you guys need to understand is that hypergamy has no equality. Hypergamy does not play and abide by the same set of rules that men play by. Hypergamy does not seek the emotion what we call love. Hypergamy does not invest in love. Hypergamy only seeks to satisfy one condition and one condition only: the ability to adapt and survive. And fellas, cream gobblers, you may now speak to the gospel.
I want like 20 different guys to nut in a cup, like 20 different races, 20 different guys. I want.
You're gonna have the most exotic baby in the world.
No, it's like whoever's the best wins.
To translate this in the language of the cream gobblinese, a woman only wants to reproduce with the man that satisfy 3 branches of hypergamy, which is looks, money, and status. And these 3 branches are divided into 2 separate segments: creative intelligence and social intelligence. Listen very carefully, because this is a way for a man to escape the loophole of hypergamy and being able to satisfy his reproductive needs, aka digging out guts. The first one is going to be your creative intelligence. Creative intelligence is, can you use your creative intelligence to build a name for yourself? Can you use your creative intelligence to take a small business from chicken scratch and grow your business? Can you use your creative intelligence, which is a man's skill sets, to go get that money? Can you use your creative intelligence to build a process to acquire revenue. And creative intelligence falls under the category of status and money. And fellas, for example, female nature. Girls want to fuck Jeff Bezos because he's Jeff Bezos. He has the money and status. And basically what female nature is doing is she wants to replicate 8 of those bald motherfuckers that is going to change the planet, because Jeff Bezos, he's smart as fuck. And the second thing is going to be your social intelligence. This is going to fall under the category of looks and charisma, because looks get your foot in the door, but can you talk to a human being? Or when you go up to a girl, you go from the chosen one to the frozen one. Remember this, gentlemen. Looks get your foot in the door, but your charisma and personality is like the fatality on ass cheeks. And all you gotta do is fucking finish her.
Finish her.
Finish her. But fellas, when a woman wants to reproduce with you, she's basically saying, I want to reproduce that handsome motherfucker because he has good genetics. She wants to replicate you. Now, gentlemen, listen very carefully. If you cannot satisfy 1 or 2 areas of hypergamy, looks, status, or money, if you do not have any of this, by definition, hypergamy is not going to want to reproduce with you. Therefore, your genes are going to die off because the weak will not survive. I know this is the cold, hard truth, but just understand that your brothers are here for you. And just understand that Brother Vegeta loves you. Because in the name of the cheek slang collaborations, my brothers, do not hate female nature, but determined to be greater. Alpha male strategies, you may now speak to the gospel.
Women about resources. Get you some resources, sell that bitch a dream, fuck that bitch to sleep, and then dump that bitch to the side of the road. The fuck I'm seeing all these motherfucking crying ass videos about female nature. Oh, if I lose my job, they'll lose me, and they use us for dates. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that shit. I found out about female nature. I learned about they love resources. I went out and got me a nice car. I started dressing nice. I sell these bitches a dream. I dick them down, and then I toss them to the side of the road.
Yes! And if you guys don't remember anything else, remember this. If you are born as a man, if you look down there right now, and if you have a cock, a one-eyed cyclops, when you are born as a man, you are at a deficit to hypergamy, because by definition, a man must become, but a woman is just born, because alphas are not born. They are made, scolded, resilience, going through trials and tribulations to become a stronger masculine man, to prove himself to the tribe. And those who cannot compete, those are the genes that are meant to die. Now, may this wonderful lady preach to the gospel.
When you take away all of our socialization skills since birth, we are just animals. Our animal instinct as female mammals is to mate with alpha males, to continue the species with the strongest male out there. The strongest seed has, the most chances of survival. That's just evolution's way of weeding out the weaker genetics from the gene pool. And the alpha males, the males will fight for the rights to mate, to spread their seed, to make copies of themselves. And only the strongest male, the alpha male, will be able to mate with the females. And I believe some of that instinct is still left in women today. I mean, that's just what we were here to do.
My brothers, the RP shows you guys a lot of the negative side of woman, but we never get to show you guys the positive side. There are those outliers like Conor McGregor and his wife. His wife stood by his side when he did not have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
And brother Kendrick Lamar, shout out to Black Love. Ain't nothing like seeing black couples together happy. Fucking black excellence. Shout out to all my brothers watching this goddamn video. And my brothers, man, I finished this video off with this verse. My cheek slang disciples from all over the world. Collaborations, Prometheans 18:17. It states, if you focus on your purpose and grind, the ass cheeks shall flock behind. And brothers, sis, please finish off with these positive vibes.
What the revolution is, bro. None of this fucking side cunts. We're all gonna fucking make it, bro. That's it.
Of course it hurts. Of course it's fire. Of course it's pain. Of course it's that's hot. Gosh, just shut up. I can handle it. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Oh God, that hurts. Oh God, I'm so tired. Oh God, I didn't want to lose her. Oh God, I didn't want to have that pain. Oh God, no. Oh. God, you love me so much, don't you? Yes. Oh God, thank you for what you're making me. You're welcome.